knew. So guess what, guys? Guess what? Guess what? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I never thought that Jeff Keighley was gonna do the right thing.
Hey yo, so the Game Awards just ended and Elden Ring took Game of the Year, and I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know how a game that didn't have any memorable characters that anybody could bond with, any, emotional story or anything like that beats out games that had that, and it was like the only thing this game had was difficulty, and if you add an easy mode, half the player base would disappear, but okay, whatever, yeah, that's Game of the Year. Let's see what happens in 2023. How many of these Souls players will still be playing that game? Probably fucking zero, but okay, let's play the game. And you know what? Take your victory laps, have your fun, whatever, Elden Ring Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't really a Game of the Year. Like, nobody's gonna be playing that game. Bro, the game has already lost traction. It's already losing players. I guarantee you, the further we get down the years, it's just not gonna be what people are expecting. It's not gonna continue that same energy, bro. But hey, enjoy your game, have fun with it, but I ain't with it.
Ooh, what a fantastic night. We had some neat game reveals: Remnant 2, Death Stranding 2, Armored Goddamn Core 6. To be honest, I was completely satisfied after that announcement. Then the unthinkable to Fanboys happened. Elden Ring beat God of War Ragnarok for Game of the Year. And all I gotta say is, of course it was going to, Fanboys. There wasn't a game this big in terms of traction and word of mouth since I think Skyrim back in 2011. People were still playing and talking about Elden Ring months after it released. But I digress, as this video is going to be jam-packed with salt. So let's just dive right in, shall we?
Are ya ready, kids?
Rigged! God of War robbed! Ragnarok got robbed! We got robbed! God of War was robbed! Rigged! God of War was fucking robbed! Shit wild! Y'all got robbed! You guys got robbed! I got you by this robbery! God of War is the real Game of the Year! Robbed of Game of the Year! God of War was more deserving of that game! God of War won to be really? You guys chose this as Game of the Year, but no. I dislike it. God of War is still better, but congratulations. I hope from someone you deserve this.
Oh man, there were a lot of those kind of comments, and what I find super funny is the same people who are claiming this is rigged were probably the same people who were claiming it wasn't rigged when Last of Us 2 won in 2020 and people were crying about that. Remember guys, the Game Awards are rigged unless your game wins. And honestly, the only Game Award winner I found really suspect was Best Music going to Ragnarok, because I both platinumed and 100%ed that game, and for the life of me, I cannot think of a single track in that game that wasn't in 2018. Honestly, either Elden Ring or Metal Hellsinger should have won that category. But this is what happens when the committee made to vote on these is based on people from outlets like IGN or GameSpot.
Everyone gets shit!
Keep in mind, Elden Ring is available on pretty much every viable system. Meanwhile, God of War is only available on PlayStation. Keep in mind, Elden Ring is a multi-platform game, and God of War is an exclusive. Peeps from PC and Xbox almost never vote on PS exclusives. That it even came close is impressive. At least I think. know it was rigged. How does God of War win a bunch of awards and not end up winning Game of the Year? Doesn't make sense.
Ask Red Dead Redemption 2 that back in 2018.
I'm not a smart man.
These type of comments always blow my mind because you can't tell me you genuinely believe this, and if you do, then how do you explain The Last of Us 2, an exclusive, winning in 2020, or the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 swept the awards but lost Game of the Year to God of War in 2018? It just goes to show that fanboys have little to no hindsight or ability to reflect on the past.
God of War Ragnarok is a far better game. This goes to show the best game doesn't win.
Then you agree that Last of Us 2 and God of War 2018 weren't deserving of Game of the Year. Great, as long as we're on the same page. Keep huffing that copium, kid.
Very poor choice of words.
Considering that Elden Ring is a very niche game, this doesn't make sense to me. I love FromSoft titles and hated Elden Ring. I know I'm not alone in that regard either.
Elden Ring is niche in the same way Persona 5 is niche. Congratulations, Mike Binns. You don't know what niche means. You wanna know what's niche? Soul Hackers. That's niche. A game that sold millions and was so popular I had family members who don't play games asking me about it is nowhere close to niche. I would highly recommend you start looking up words before you use them.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Daylight robbery. I'm sorry, but no offense to Elden Ring, but it wasn't on the same level as God of War. God of War, from the storytelling to the gameplay, was beautiful. The only reason we didn't win was because it's PS only, and Elden Ring was on all platforms. God of War is game of the century.
Holy shit, where do these people come from? The Last of Us 2 and God of War 2018 say hello. Game of the century? It's not even the best game this year. And I'm sorry, but who is this we nonsense? Did you work on God of War Ragnarok? Are you an employee at Santa Monica Studios? No? Then you neither won nor lost. It's cringy when sports fans say this, and it's cringy when you fanboys say it as well.
It's making me cringe.
As someone who played and beat Elden Ring, it was not a good experience.
As someone who put 120 hours into it, it totally was.
You just got roasted. Yeah.
Wait, how the hell did Elden Ring win Game of the Year?
It's a phenomenal game with gorgeous art direction, boss design, incredible music, one of the best open world experiences, and got people who don't even like Souls games to play and beat. Am I going too fast for you, buddy, or should I slow down a bit?
Your game is miles better than that Dark Souls reskin.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Say you never played Elden Ring without saying you never played Elden Ring. It may have Dark Souls DNA, sure, but Elden Ring is a completely different beast, just like Bloodborne. Manual jumping adds a level of depth to combat and gives you access to jump attacks more fluidly than in previous games, and you are expected to use it to dodge sweep attacks. Summoning is heavily encouraged, as is creating a mix between melee and magic builds, as different bosses require different strategies. And probably the biggest difference is the fact that you have a mount that you can use in most combat scenarios. People who say Elden Ring is just a reskin of Dark Souls only show they cannot look further than the surface of a game. But that's to be expected of a PlayStation fanboy.
War crime. Hashtag God of War Ragnarok beat Elden Ring in pretty much every other award besides Director and Game of the Year. Bit weird, that is. Regardless, 6 awards in total, the most on the night. Hashtag the Game Awards. God of War Ragnarok won 6 out of 10 awards it was nominated in. A great feat. It was also the true Game of the Year, but you can't have them all. We must be better.
And the damage control has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it may not have won Game of the Year, but it took 6 awards, which is more than Elden Ring can say. Lord almighty, can you guys get any more desperate to claim a W? God of War lost. Get over it. In all seriousness, getting this tilted over a superficial award show is not healthy. So before we go, let's have one last tweet that perfectly encapsulates the duality of man.
Really did deserve that. Good game, but God of War should have taken it.
Amazing game, well deserved. Best game I have played in a very long time.
The what?
The duality of man, the Jungian thing, sir.
And with that, we have reached the end of this week's Tales from the Twit Pit. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Couple things first. Next video will be the Xbox fanboys defending the $70 games increase. This video just took priority, so that will be out next week. And secondly, I'm not sure whether to cover Lucas's meltdown on stream in a video or in a live stream, so shortly after this video goes up, I will put up a poll for you guys to decide what you prefer. And with all that, to stay up to date on all things crab, you can follow me on Twitter via the link in the description below. And if you want to join the Discord, you can join so in the link in the description below. And I'll see you all in the next video.